We have a purpose to debunk lies that you hear on the internet. Barre attentive to C-suite. Hey, we help you stay awake and we're showing how people lie to everyone. Now take seat and call and we will challenge lies and set your mindset free.
Hello, my dear friends. Welcome back. Welcome to Elena's Barre Low Impact Full Body Workouts. I'm today with Eamma. Hi, Eamma. Great to see you.
And you?
Yeah, she is also. I'm good. So we have a lot of work ahead of us, guys. And if you want to call in, remember you can call in by using the link in the chat. And I didn't put it in the description box because I forget, but it's in the chat. So if you are joining us, you can tell us what you think about what happens around. And if you analyze content and if you want to bring something up to us, we would love to see it. We can debunk it together. We can have a lot of fun. And remember, guys, Eamma also is Guru Starlight from Anita Moorcat's series. So yeah, we have a lot of fun with Eamma, and I recently made a video where I was trying to invite more women to join us because, ladies, there is a lot of bullshit on the internet. Yep. You are being lied to, and these are big fat lies, you know, and then if you believe all of that crap, you are going to delude yourself, and then eventually you will make bad choices based on the misinformation, based on the lies that you see around you, right? The truth is hard to find, and this is partly what we are trying to share with you here. We are debunking a lot of lies, and yeah, we are trying to give you some actionable advice. And then based on the information that we give you, you can make better rational decisions in your life. Because if you're still young and if you haven't messed up, you still have time. You know, you still have time to figure it out, and you still have time to make better decisions in your life so that you don't end up like a run-through whore, which feminism effectively teaches you. And you won't end up being single, surrounded by cats and boxed wine, right, Eamma?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dogs and gin in my case.
Boxed and what?
Dogs and gin in my case.
Dogs and gin, right. Yeah, well, and see, it's never late to wake up. The only problem is that the sooner you start doing it, the more time you have and the more options you have, because you're still young, you are still useful, and decent men, high-value men that you are interested in, they might be interested in you, you know. But once you get old, once you get beyond, you know, the wall, it can be late. And I'm not saying that you will not be lucky. Maybe you will find a man, but the odds of that happening significantly reduce with time, because our sexuality is not evergreen. And this is what a lot of content creators are telling you, that no matter what you do, girl, you can do it. There are no consequences to your actions. Remember, ladies, all of our choices, they have consequences. It's either you are suffering through them today, immediately, or within a few years, within a few decades, even if it seems like there are no consequences to your actions, to your immediate actions. They may not get to you right away. The repercussions might come later, you know, and it's something that we should be mindful of. So yeah, we are going to have a lot of fun. We have a mixed content today, and before we jump into it, please remember to let me put here the sticker. Okay, I'm going to adjust it. Support the channel by subscribing, giving a like, and leaving a comment. It helps the channel a lot. And also, if you're interested in deep dive conversations, and we have quite a community here, guys are talking about very interesting topics on the Resurgence of Sanity YouTube channel. Let me just quickly share the schedule with you so that you know what we are doing here, and then you can decide for yourself whether you want to stick around with us or not. here. On Saturdays, we have deep dive conversations with Steve Sandman, Nick from Christianity Unplugged, and sometimes my husband, Plutarch H, and Eamma. She occasionally joins us. And then on Tuesdays, we debunk feminist lies. And on Mondays and Wednesdays at 5:45 p.m. Pacific, at 7:45 p.m. Central, and at 8:45 p.m. Eastern Time, guys on the Resurgence of Sanity YouTube channel, they have very interesting conversations. And eventually they will add the call-in section where you can call in and share your observations. If you'd like to collaborate with them, you can always reach out, okay? And the same applies to here. If you want to call in, guys, remember to call in and share your thoughts and observations with us as well. And you can always DM me on Instagram if you want to collaborate with us. We would love to have you, okay? We will talk to anybody who wants to bring more awareness to people, who is interested, and who wants to help us debunk the feminist lies, and who basically has the same purpose, bring more awareness to women and wake them up a little bit. Okay, so let's dive in. Let's dive in. Here we are. Okay. 1 second, I need to go back here. As I've mentioned, today we have mixed content. So there will be some fitness related content. There will be men and women here.
Awesome.
Yeah, so it's going to be fun. Okay, Eamma, which ones do you want to? Because since last week, let me just scroll down to show you guys how much bullshit I've encountered.
Wow.
Yeah. And it's not always bullshit here in this folder. Some of it is just fun content, I think, that we can bring up occasionally and talk about some topics. So not all of it. This is very insane. And I did try to get into this pose yesterday during my yoga practice, and guys, I couldn't. I'll keep trying, but the problem is that there is a lot of pressure here on your wrists, and you're holding your entire body on your wrists. So my wrists are not happy today. I don't recommend you to get into this pose. And yeah, it's a pretty dangerous one. Then also Eamma pointed out this one when she's twisting her obliques, and it's kind of crazy. Yeah, if you don't know what you're doing, you can seriously hurt yourself. This is the problem with the crazy fancy yoga poses on social media. So be very, very, very careful with this.
I mean, okay? It's very impressive to see all these, crazy poses, but if they take so much work and time to prepare, to over time to even prepare your body for getting into these poses.
Yeah, and even if you prepare, you may not be able to get into them, like me and crocodile pose. I did warm up, I did the things that I needed to do. I basically ran the full yoga flow, and my wrists were warmed up because I can easily do other arm balancing poses, right? But this one was really hard. Let me just show it to you guys. We are not going to listen to her. So, well, basically she says here, you place it on your hip bone, or like right next to the hip bone. And then this is very hard, like just stand without even lifting your legs, just holding it. Imagine like she had both legs touching the ground. Just holding that position is going to be already hard, and especially if you have any wrist issues, stay away from this pose, okay? Stay away from it.
I mean, that's learning different. I mean, it's the weight distribution, isn't it? It's all very uneven. And
yeah, it's the center of gravity. It's basically the physics applies here a lot, and it just, my wrists are still recovering, from yesterday. And I didn't even lift my legs. I wasn't able to get into this pose. And see now, because the entire weight of the body is on this one hand. Watch here. And now she's going to come on one finger, slowly lifting the hand, you see, and balancing. I mean, it's a pretty impressive pose, right? If you can get into it, but it's It
makes you wonder how long she's been doing it, doesn't it?
Yeah, it depends on how long she's been
People are
practicing
going to
yoga.
look at that and think they can just do it straight away.
Yeah.
It's misleading, and
it's
very. And it bothers me where that arm is. It's because that's such an unnatural position, and especially for weight bearing as well.
Yeah.
It's going to be not only on your wrist, on your shoulder as well.
On your shoulder, yeah. I'm feeling definitely my shoulders. They are not happy today. And I didn't even try to torture myself too much with this pose. I just tried to get into it, and then I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to kill myself over this yoga pose. If eventually, like, I'll try to get into this pose, but it might take me longer than she teaches you there, for sure, because...
But you know how to work your body, and you know how to take the time to get there.
Yes. Eventually, maybe. I'm not saying no to this pose, but you have to be also realistic and objective how long it's going to take you to get into this pose, and unfortunately in fitness we don't see a lot of fitness instructors teaching people that it takes time. People, you need to be patient. Yeah. Well, these girls, and then since last week, we talked about a lot of hoish fitness instructors. Look at that, right? Like mini shorts, this underwear. I wouldn't even call it the shorts because it doesn't really look like... It looks like it's a onesie or
and it's flesh colored by the looks of it.
Yeah, it's matching the skin color, so they want to sell the illusion that they're not wearing anything.
That one there in the middle, and you can't even see the strings on her butt because I can't speak.
Yeah, well, this one I get it.
Bikini,
yeah. It's like it's barely.
And there's one comment there: stop posting videos that sexualize yoga. This is a sacred practice. Treat it with respect.
Yeah, I agree with that. And it's from a man. Look, I mean...
And there's another one: please put on some clothes. It's against all yoga vibes to show off that way. So yeah, it's I mean, don't get me wrong, she's moving impressively, but why be naked for it?
Well, because they are not actually showing yoga, they are showing off their bodies. And this is why we call these fitness instructors undercover whores, because this is what they are. They are whores. They're very promiscuous. They're just not doing it on OnlyFans, or maybe they do. I don't care.
There's a market for it.
Right. But definitely this is something that reduces the quality of content on social media over sexualization of everything, Well, and then I showed Eamma this little girl. We will come back to her. She has a lot of entitled content on her page. And she's only, 7, you can see here. She turned 7. The whole world knows now that she turned 7 years old. Okay, let's watch this.
Everyone, it's my birthday. Everyone, it's my birthday.
Well, and then if you look at the comments, and guys, I have no trouble showing her here. I'm usually not willing to show kids for their protection. But if she has 2 million followers almost on her Instagram, I'm going to show her because her parents don't care about her privacy, and she does have a lot of entitled content, which I'm sure doesn't come from her, it comes from her mother.
Yeah.
And then watch this. She was trying to say to Dad, Happy Father's Day. Okay, here.
You're one of my favorite parents. Remember, without me, Today will just be another day. Don't tell Mom was the best advice you gave me. I love how we don't have to say it out loud that I'm your favorite child. Dad.
What do you think, Eamma?
Well, those aren't her words, are they? They're mummy's words put in her mouth. And I mean, I'm all right. I mean, yeah, she's right. I mean, if he hadn't had a child, it would be just another day. But yeah, it's...
And this is how women are incapable today of just saying, thank you, man, thank you for your hard work, without adding anything else. But me.
Yeah.
You know? Like,
I'm
why?
Yeah.
Ladies,
Yeah,
I think...
You think she's 7 years old and it's already all about her.
Right. So solipsistic. I think that women can do a way better job of teaching their daughters just how to be grateful and how to say, thank you, Dad, for being my dad, for raising me, right? I'm grateful to have you. I'm grateful for your lessons. Why should we add this, like, without me, you wouldn't be a dad. Without me, your world would be just another day, another boring day, or whatever. Just like aiming credit for themselves, always tilting it towards them.
Not thank you for making me.
Right. Like for making me and raising me, and yeah. Look how many likes she gets, and it's not that I'm jealous or anything. It's just absurd, because she's not even saying, Happy Father's Day. It's like, without me, you wouldn't be dad. And this is where women really struggle. They can't just be grateful for men, for what men do. They have to make it all about themselves.
You think, what's she going to be like in 20 years' time?
Oh, jeez. I predicted her future once. I see her run through whore. Like, sorry, but not sorry. I mean, what do we expect with this kind of attitude? And she's only 7. She's going to learn how to be a promiscuous, entitled bitch. If you expect something else, guys, tell us in the comments, okay? Let's have a debate here. Do we have anybody? Okay, not yet. We have 3 people watching us. Ladies, if you're watching, say hi, okay? Yeah, we're trying to get more women on board with us, so that, without women, we can't. We need women to educate the children, right? We need women to talk to the other women,
Yeah.
So yeah, sensitive part of being a woman. Well, let's watch this lady.
Dear husbands, the most sensitive part of a woman's body is her hand. Once it receives money, all the other parts are activated. Try it today and you can thank me later.
You see, give...
I was going to say, is her pussy also activated by money?
Yeah.
So she's literally declaring herself a whore, isn't she?
She kind of is, yeah. And then she's teaching men that if you basically buy her with money, buy her with gifts, and it works. And it works only on most women today, because most women are bribed with gifts and money. Yeah, she's teaching girls how to be whores, how to basically demand money from men, and she's teaching men how to give money to women. And she says, try it. You know, as if
But
men don't do it already. There are so many simps out there who are doing it for free as it is. Yes, Emma, what?
Sorry, no, it's gone. Don't worry.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
It doesn't take a lot, don't worry.
Well,
But
yeah.
that's what I was going to say. Most men are just going to run from that, aren't they? You know, if that's what the woman is wanting, just
Well,
pay me. And they may as well literally go and pay for it, haven't they?
I'm glad to see that a lot of men start to wake up to what women are doing. These kinds of games, and we are tailoring our show towards younger women, because look, she's in her 40s or 50s. I don't know how old she is. She looks pretty decent for her age, right? But the older women, they teach other women how to be delusional, entitled bitches. They teach women how to be single cat ladies, mostly. You know, how to be so self-focused, so self-absorbed, how not to notice anybody else, how to be very egoistic, egocentric, how to be narcissistic, basically. This is what you get from older women. They don't teach you how to be in a relationship, ladies. Or they say that the only kind of relationship that you should be in is to be with a man who worships you. But then you, this is why we always ask you to activate your brain and think rationally, think critically, because you can't respect the man who worships you. And if you can't respect the man who worships you, you can't love him. So in the end, you will end up alone, because you won't be able to stay in a relationship where you don't respect that man. You will end up being single. And I'm pretty sure if they are married, they're married to simps, or they've been married like for 5 times until they found like the right perfect man who is doing everything they want, but they are probably not happy in the marriage, or they say they are happy, but they have no respect for their husband.
I mean, he's not even giving it to her. She's taking it out of his wallet.
Well, and okay, this leads us to another one. Let's watch another one. Here, if I remember which one it was, because that content creator made quite a few. Where she was saying that she okay, let's check this one where she says that why she's single.
A lot of people are asking me, Denise, why are you single? Why are you single? Listen, I'm single by choice. It's other men's choice, but still. A lot of people are asking me, Denise, why are you single? Why are you single? Listen, I'm single by choice. It's other men's choice, but still.
Well, at least she's kind of honest here, okay? Yeah. Well, but like ladies, a lot of women, they are not single by choice, okay? They are single because they have no options. Nobody wants them. This is why they are single. Or they have such a crappy personality that men don't want to deal with. They can be pretty, they can be stunning, you know, they can be supermodels out there. But if their personality sucks, I'm sorry, nobody will want to deal with this girl, no matter how pretty she is. And then maybe it's this one.
I don't understand why some women, when their man is not acting right, she thinks that she can change him. Where I'm from, we don't change a man. We change the man with another one completely. I don't understand.
Well, and see, this kind of sells the idea that the moment you are not happy with that man, right? The moment if he doesn't give, yeah, he doesn't give you what you want. Swap him. Yeah, exactly. Change him with another man. And they're not acknowledging their part, their involvement in this, that they might be doing something wrong in that relationship. No, it's automatically men's fault. She speaks with some Russian accent, I would say. I don't know where she's from exactly. I suspect she is from maybe the Soviet.
I was watching a video in the week from The Wall, and that's all this kind of thing, and mostly like why, like women that are divorcing them or leaving their partners in their 30s and then wonder why they can't get another man. And that's brought up actually quite a lot on there, that men are actually choosing to stay single because of women today. They'd rather be single than put up with the BS. But there was one woman in some of the videos, she's actually a divorce coach, or post-divorce coach. So for all these women that have divorced their husbands, but she's actively encouraging women to divorce men, or their husbands rather. And she openly admits that she divorced 2 good men. And she was like, it's not because they actually did anything wrong particularly, it's just they weren't her flavor anymore.
Right.
But of course, she's a post-divorce coach, so she's encouraging women to divorce their husbands because otherwise she's not making any money.
Well, exactly. A lot of lawyers, a lot of divorce lawyers are making money by divorcing people.
But this woman's actually encouraging people to divorce. She's just selling bad advice and saying, look, so what if you're married to a good man? If you're bored, just divorce him,
Right.
Well, and these poor men, that are actually good men are going to be absolutely destroyed by this because they thought they found, the love of their life or whatever. And just because she's bored, she's going to move on because of some woman's advice.
It comes to what Rollo Tomasi is saying. Men love idealistically, women love opportunistically, or maybe it's also Myron Gaines from Fresh and Fit. It's so true. It's so true because women always think of like, okay, what do I get from the relationship, right? What benefits do I get? And I see quite a few content creators, they started selling marriage to women, that being a stay-at-home wife is not such a bad thing, ladies, because it benefits you from this way, it benefits you from that way. But what I don't see a lot is accountability. What do women bring to the table? What do women offer in that relationship? Because it's still like one-sided game. Women get all the benefits, right? But they don't have to do anything with the intoxicated feminist mindset. And we have to...
Of course they're going to sell it's the men's fault. They're all queens, so they can't do any wrong.
Right. So even if we sell the women the benefits of being a stay-at-home wife, ladies, the problem here is that a lot of women, they will only look for the benefits for themselves. And there are certain benefits of being a stay-at-home wife or being a stay-at-home mother. The problem, though, is statistics, because supporting a family on a single family income is nearly impossible today. With the housing market, with all of the expenses, right? So it's putting a lot of load on a man, and it's creating a lot of unrealistic expectations. I've been watching Fresh and Fit, whatever podcast, Access Vegas only hosts the Fancy Horse. Those girls who come on Fresh and Fit and whatever podcast, some of them, they want to be a stay-at-home wife, but their demands are unrealistic, they believe that they deserve the man who makes millions of dollars a year. They all want to be married to a millionaire, and they don't want to do anything at home, or if they do, like they overprice their value, they with this self-love, self-worth over the top, they just are out to lunch still. This is why I'm seeing problem. Like I see there is a benefit of women staying at home and raising kids, right? But they have to live on a budget. And unfortunately, only a few content creators are talking about that. They have to be more realistic with their expectations. And we also don't see a lot of that, like teaching objective sexual market value to women, saying to them that, look, yes, ladies, I know it's going to frustrate you, but guess what? You are not a 10. You're not an 8, you're just average. You're average at best. What do you expect? You know, and like this down to earth approach, I don't see it a lot, you know, even with the content creators who are trying to, you know, sell the idea of how awesome it is to be a wife, you know, how awesome it is to be a stay-at-home mother. Because even if you are, and most women will want to be a stay-at-home mother when they are forced into it. For example, they lose a job. Nobody wants them. Nobody wants them for their useless skills. Let's be honest. We are headed into recession, into some financial difficulties in our society. A lot of women, they will want to do what women always wanted to do. They will want to revert back to their female, you know, nature and just be like stay at home, caring for the family and stuff like that. And look, there is nothing wrong with that. We just have to teach them accountability and responsibility and being realistic. Being realistic with what they are and what kind of man they can get. Yeah, because if you only sell like the benefits, and on top of that, the feminist ideologies that they've been indoctrinated with, it's going to create more delusion. Men will have to be more careful in selecting women. Men will have to be very careful because a lot more women will want to be a stay-at-home mom and just raise kids, you know, have kids. In extreme situations, they will want to be protected by men. And there are only a few men who make enough money to support a family. The housing prices have to go down, like everything else has to go down in price.
Yeah, I can't see it going down anytime soon.
Well, exactly. Yeah. The housing is through the roof. It's so crazy. It's so overpriced. It's 500 times overpriced right now than its historical value. 500 times more.
It's crazy, isn't it?
And then like raising kids, like you all want to have kids. You all want to be stay-at-home moms. Well, maybe not all, but a lot of women who like start waking up, they will be like, oh, we want to provide a man. Man needs to provide. Man needs to take care. Like, do you realize how hard it is to take care of the family, especially take care of the wife? It's one, but then you add plus the dependents. Each child is a dependent, and in order to put all of your kids through college, or even not through college, but through some kind of education, right? It's going to cost a lot. Just buying food, you know, paying for the living expenses, like buying a house, right? Because you will want a house. It's a lot of work for a man. What will you do?
It's a lot of pressure for the man as well.
Exactly. And like I see these trends, you know, I'm not saying that they are bad trends necessarily, but like women are still out to lunch, you know. They only see that what they benefit from, you know, like they want to get what they want and they want it yesterday, of course, right? Like all women. They don't want to wait, and they don't want to do anything to help the man. And this is where I see the problem with all of these trends who are even promoting the traditional values, because there is a lot of burden of performance on men, but there are so low standards for women, even for married women. The moment she claims herself being a traditional wife, even though she's not married, you know, it's automatically she she gains this kind of support, and appreciation from everybody else. Like all you need to do is just put a title in front of your name. I'm a traditional wife. And then everybody will love you, for saying the right things. No, I mean, seriously, Eamma, it's kind of what is happening now with these trends. This is why I always say to men, be careful with women. It's case by case. Some traditional wives are legit, okay? They are at least married. They are in a stable relationships. They try to promote more accountability, submission, respect for a man. The other girls who are just kind of there, and they, well, I use this title, but I'm not really married. Then, like, why do you call yourself a wife? I know you are promoting some traditional values, but these are two separate things, okay? Like, we kind of have to, I don't mind the traditional values and principles that have been promoted, but the credibility here, why do you call yourself then? You could be a traditional woman, you could market yourself differently, and like, you're not a wife if you're not married. Makes sense.
That's a fair point.
Well, I mean, like, it does make sense, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's like, and I'm not against them personally, and this is where they probably will misinterpret it and say, oh, she doesn't like anybody, she's so aggressive, she's so mean. Like, ladies, I'm just very down to earth, okay? I'm very down to earth. If you want to talk, if you have some reservations against me, if I barked at you somewhere on somebody else's show, come and let's sort it out and let's move on, because I'm sick and tired of bullshit, and I want women to be more realistic with themselves. I want women to make better rational decisions for themselves, and then as a result for our society, because if you have less whores out there, wouldn't it be better if we had less whores?
Oh yeah.
You see? And that's kind of my goal. I don't want women to be whores. I don't want younger girls to be entitled bitches. And I see a lot of it because we do analyze a lot of content with Eamma, right?
Yep.
So yeah, come join us.
Too many of them. Yeah.
Too many. Yeah. Eamma sends me videos occasionally with girls and women, and like, we see a lot of delusion. We see a lot of promiscuity.
Well, I mean, like the sheer entitlement. I mean, there was that one I sent you, I think it was yesterday, with the application form.
Oh, let's look at it.
5,000 men.
Yeah, well, let's look at it. Okay, where was she? Now I forgot.
Wouldn't it be nearer the top because it was yesterday?
Oh, yesterday? Okay.
I think it was yesterday anyway.
I think, yeah, I did acquire. Okay, no, it was below, because after you sent her to me, I just start scrolling through, and then there are all of these crazy content creators. Oh my goodness.
I don't even know what the thumbnail looked like.
Well, these are all of the whores I think we...
Elena.
Well, and here I want to show you an example when you are trying to do something crazy. You saw it? Yeah, it's going to hurt. Yeah, and in addition to that, if you fall like that, you can actually break your...
The thumbnail is a woman in a white dress. Like that. Or, because I don't know which one you've got open, but it will be...
Yeah, I remember her. Oh gosh, where is she? Trying to find her here. We are doing it live, people. Hold on.
So I couldn't remember what it looked like, so that's why I went and looked. It was
yeah, this one. Yes, I found her. Yep, it was up. A woman rejects all 5,000 boyfriend applications after making them fill in 15-question form.
I mean, how entitled is that to begin with? To be, you know, I mean, I don't think I've ever had 5,000 men approach me in my life, but it's
Yeah.
but I mean, you know, to give them an application form. I mean, I'm surprised they didn't reject her.
Or the application form?
Yeah, I mean, most blokes, if you gave them an application form, you know, they're just going to go, yeah, see you later.
You know what, Eamma? You inspired me to create an application form for women.
Oh, God. All right, okay.
That women would have to fill in if they want to be, a housewife.
Yeah.
You know, if they want to be a stay-at-home housewife, ladies, let's come up with the application form for women. Because
sorry, I'm just reading the application form. It's crazy.
I bet that this lady, I can't even see the questions here.
Swipe.
Oh, okay, cool. Name, age, date. Okay.
Astrological sign.
Astrological sign. Oh my gosh.
Hang on, do you want me to read them?
Astrology. Yes, please do, Eamma. I can't see them all.
Right. Name, age, date, astrological sign, place. So I don't know what that means, whether it's where they were born or because if she's asking the astrological sign. Number of ex-girlfriends, number that are crazy, number of exes you still talk to or text, drunk ones count. Do you have kids? Do you want them? Are you married or dating someone now? If yes, please explain why you are filling this out. And then below it's got, do you have a full-time, these are all yes or no answers, these ones. Do you have a full-time job? If you're picking 3 adjectives to describe yourself, would one of them be douchey? I mean, no. Do you live with your parents? Do you own a working car? Do you have Twitter? Do you currently have a booty call, and in bracket calls? If we live together, would I get the walk-in closet? Is it acceptable to hit on my friends? Do you like watching Avatar? Atlas? I don't know what that means. I mean, I'm presuming she's not meaning the James Cameron film. Multiple choice. Who is the best artist? The Weeknd, Drake, I don't know. Is that Future or Travis Scott?
Future. I think it's Future.
So I'm showing my age there, aren't I? Not knowing.
I'm
not down with the kids. I mean, I don't know if it's just one page of this application form. That's all we've got, but it's yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, this kind of shows men what women are evaluating them upon.
I mean, I know that, like Lad Bible here have put how picky can someone be, but I can see that with delusional women out there that there's going to be a lot of them that are going to be inspired by this.
Oh, yeah. Definitely. Well, this is why I suggest we do something on the contrary. We come up with a list of things that a wife, a woman, is supposed to provide, you know? Yeah. The same application that you men can use to give it out to women and see what they respond. And based on their response, you're going to either consider their candidature for that kind of job of being a wife or the mother of your children or not.
Yeah.
That's actually, let's do something about it.
It's just so unrealistic, isn't it? Or is this the way the world is going?
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to interview guys like this, just go on a bloody dating site.
Well, yeah, because they actually do a lot of work for you if you are dating them through some dating app. You know, they ask not these delusional to lunch questions. Well, some do, but for the most part, they find the best possible match for you out there, you know, based on the criteria that you list usually. So yeah, it's out to lunch delusional. But we are going to come up with something for men that men can use against women. Or not even against women, guys. It will really help you to get through the entitled delusional women out there who are just concerned about themselves and they don't want to bring anything of value to you in exchange for long-term commitment.
I mean, one thing that's just occurred to me is she's asking all these things and like, you know, do you have kids? Do you want kids? And do you have, you know, but not anywhere there is it saying, do you want to get married at some, or, you know, at some point?
Right. Well, this is why we know that she's delusional, because she doesn't want to commit. It's okay if it's open on her end, but not okay if it's closed on his end. So if he says that, yes, I have children, like basically she wants him as a meal puppet. So he would pay for her fancy lifestyle. He would get the benefit of looking at her, right? And maybe taking her on a few expensive dates. But she wouldn't want to commit to him. Because our society made it so easy for women not to commit to a man. Let's face it. Women have no incentive to commit to a man.
No. Yeah, it's...
So yeah, that's a good one, Eamma. You quoted, and it's a good one to think about and to talk about. Well, then, what else here?
What's the one with the knife? I keep seeing
The,
that
oh,
one.
it's
That's...
the same. Okay, the same girl. Let's look at it.
I'm so happy we're finally getting married and we're gonna get to live together.
Yes, Habibi, me too. I cannot wait to move into your house.
And you're finally gonna cook for me.
Cooking? Who said I'll be cooking?
On our first date, you told me you can cook anything.
Know how to cook anything.
Even Japanese?
Japanese, Chinese, sushi, mushi, pasta, falafel, you name it.
Wow, Habibti, this is the perfect chance to cook for my mom. She wants
Your
to meet
mother
you today.
wants to meet, of course. Yes.
Wow, I can't believe you cooked.
Yes, you know, for me, very easy. I make this in 5 minutes. Oh, take some. It's good food. From Noon Food.
I'm so happy we're finally getting married and we're gonna...
Well, I kind of like this girl because she actually is trying to show the truth of what's happening, whether she has other incentive to do it or not, whether, I mean, she's delusional or not, I don't know. It's hard to tell. But a lot of women, they don't know how to cook.
No, they don't.
And yeah, well, I mean, she has some funny content. You can check her out.
I love one of the comments there. That guy still didn't understand you had a red flag on your head. Yeah, that's a red flag.
Yeah.
But then he's not realizing she's lying, is she? So he even. But yeah, I mean.
Yeah.
But yeah, women will upsell themselves to get the man, and then like, once they find out the truth, it's too late, isn't it?
Well, because the legal system is structured in a way that it's very hard. Even if men find out who their wives are, it's too late to do anything about it. They are on the hook, you know? Like all of these courses that are selling women. Okay, let's look at this guy.
Now, if you're a single woman who loves to stay fit, you're probably wondering, where's my future buff boyfriend? Well, for all you beautiful buff ladies out there, he is pumping iron at the gym. And dear God, I hope he's not rocking this shirt at the gym, because if he is, next. So in this video, I'm going to give you some strategies to meet your future hunky husband. How about that? And 8 strategies to help you prowl men. And yes, that's an acronym. I'm going to walk you through exactly how to meet guys at the gym.
Let's watch.
Hey there, my name is Adam Dolce. I'm the founder of LoveStrategies.com, and we have helped thousands of women attract love with our unique executive love coaching programs. Now, I created this video because over the past 10 years, I've actually been more of like a CrossFit guy, and it's a very bro-y gym, like very few females. But recently, I decided I'm just going to switch it up. So I went to Lifetime Fitness, unpaid sponsorship. Lifetime Fitness is the absolute greatest gym ever. But I realized both genders are actually at the gym, and it's an amazing place to meet people. So yesterday, I spent the day creeping around the gym, kind of taking notes on exactly what I would do if I were you ladies and I wanted to meet a guy there. So you can thank me by giving this video a like, because you are about to be in a absolute ripped relationship. Let's jump into it. So the P in Prowl Men is proximity. I want you to target that guy and get really close to him at the gym. I mean, the gym is like a weird, rare place where you can actually get close to someone when they're working out on a machine and you're next to them, and then they switch machines and you just happen to be also doing chests at the same day, or quad or buys or whatever it is. You can do the same type of stuff and just get close to him, because
Basically conniving.
Yeah.
Okay.
That sounded a bit stalkerish already, isn't it?
Right. Being a stalker. A lot of guys who know that's what women are doing, they're not going to like it. But okay, let's give this guy his right to speak here.
Proximity is the easiest way to actually initiate some type of conversation, or have him initiate that conversation with you. You're not a creeper. It's all good. Just get close to him. Then when you're close to him, let's get to the R in Prowl Men, which is to request help. This is where, let's say there's a machine there. You can start looking at the machine and not know, maybe you know how to use
I don't know how to work this. I'm going to play the dumb blonde. I don't know how to work this machine.
Yeah, right. And this is why one of the guys suggested that the gyms should be actually separate. There should be a female gym for women, the male gym for men, you know? I kind of support that idea, because women distract, you know, they are distracting guys from, you know, I know that this is where men and women are meeting. It's like a nightclub. This is why I'm not a fan of, I teach at the gym. I only teach group classes, guys. I don't do one-on-one with clients at the gym. I can do one-on-one online upon, you know, request if you send me an email, you know. But I don't do these one-on-one sessions with neither men nor women, because it's weird, you know, like the dynamics. Yeah. And I think that the gyms for men and for women should be separate. If the sole goal is to actually exercise, get healthier, you know, because then neither of them get distracted.
And I can't speak for other women. I mean, I don't ever go to the gym, but I don't feel confident in sportswear outside of the house. So, like, I have been to the gym before, you know, in my past, but I don't feel very confident in leggings out in public. So I'm straight away really self-conscious anyway. I don't like the thought that people are staring at me, or and I'd be mortified if somebody came up to me at the gym. I try to just stay out of the way and away from people.
Emma, you actually brought up an excellent point. I was watching women going to the gym in some crop tops and leggings, like very tight leggings, or very short shorts, you know. And then in the same outfit, they're going to buy groceries. And then people are like, men, even if they don't want to look at these women, they are going to look at them, because these women are in a provocative clothing, which doesn't suit the occasion. Like when you go to the supermarket, I never wear, like I like to layer. And I think I'm a kind of a lazy person in that regard, that I wear leggings all the time at home. I'm comfortable in leggings. But I will always wear like a cover. I will cover my butt, you know, so that I don't want the drooling man drooling over my butt, because I know that's where exactly men are going to look at. So why should I facilitate it? You know, like why should I encourage that when I'm already married? I'm already settled. I have no respect for women who are married, who have husbands and yet they put themselves in provocative clothing on social media in particular. You know, because this shows no respect for their husbands. They don't actually love their husbands when they do it. And there are a lot of married women. There are a lot of women in stable relationships who do that. Yeah, it could mean that your man, your husband doesn't have the frame that you would follow, right? He is not the leader in the family, in that relationship. But it also shows to me that you completely disrespect your man. What do you think, Eamma?
Yeah, I mean, well, I mean, yeah, oh, sorry, my brain's just gone.
Well, like, what would you say? What would you say if you see married women, they are doing some provocative dancing, you know, with provocative clothing? They shouldn't be doing it, right?
They're disrespecting their husbands.
Right, right. And respect is lacking. Respect is lacking. Yeah, I know some married women who are doing it. I'm not going to bring them publicly just to protect their privacy, but I've seen it.
They may as well be doing OnlyFans, aren't they, if they're going to be parading around in next to nothing at a gym or... Right,
but then you see the, like, this is why I don't like how women use social media, because they can be undercover horse there without being straight out called as horse, because OnlyFans girls are horse, right? They are harlots. Women on social media, most of them are harlots. Most of them are undercover whores. But social media sort of gives them this leverage of being an undercover whore without actually being an OnlyFans whore. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, without being told, okay, you are just a whore. But the way...
Stop my skylight.
No worries. The way that you behave yourself publicly on social media tells us otherwise. This is why we always have to watch their behavior. You know, what they say, like, yeah, I'll look at what they say, but then also match whether their words match their actions or not. You know, their words don't match their actions, they're not trustworthy. So, yeah. Well, let's keep watching this guy.
Yeah.
Let's finish it.
Use it, but you could still ask him, how do I use this thing? Like, what's the best way to use this machine? Just be a little bit helpless. I absolutely assure you, a guy is going to walk up and be like, oh.
Well, and this is the problem. It's basically misleading guys, because she's a controlled freak, right? She's an entitled bitch who completely knows how to use a certain thing, right? But then she's going to pretend like she is not that, you know, like she doesn't know, she has no idea how to do it, but she's going to fake it. And this is going to mislead guys. They're going to think that, oh, she's this feminine woman. I finally found this feminine woman. Until she wraps them around, he puts a ring on her finger, and then she realizes how entitled, toxic, and narcissistic this bitch really is. How much control she wants to wear in that relationship. You know, this is a very tricky advice. I don't like this guy. This is why we occasionally bring him up here. And what's his name? Love Strategist. If you want to debate us, come on the show. We will talk to you. I will listen to your thoughts and ideas, and we will have a respectful conversation. But what he's saying, it's not, it's actually misleading women too, because they think that they can play this game, but at some point, like they are.
To be fair, most men that are going to a gym are going to want a woman that regularly goes to a gym, not a woman that's just going to the gym to find a man.
Right, because men want to see if a woman is hardworking or not. Will she be working on her physique, on her body when they are dating her, when they are married to her? And yeah, they want to see that this woman is for a long-term relationship, not just for, you know, fucking. Well, some men will want to fuck, obviously, because
Yeah.
you know we can't get away from that. But this is where it gets really tricky. So what he's kind of proposing is the hookup culture, you know, like attract. He always points out like attract a man, but like keeping a man and attracting a man are two different things, ladies. Because any woman who has reasonable looks, she can attract a man, because men are very visual, right?
Yeah.
But not all women are going to be capable of keeping a man, especially a high value man, the men that they have respect for, the men that they want to be with. It's work. It's work, ladies. Yeah. Well, let's keep watching him.
Yeah.
Let me show you exactly how to do this. This is a perfect form. He's going to get into that mode, even if he's married or not, or whatever it is. Not like we're trying to attract married men, but any guy.
Yeah, right. It's not like we are trying, and yet he's teaching women attraction. Attraction doesn't care whether a man is married or not, because men are visual.
And one of the comments there is a lot of men and maybe some women take off their wedding ring for workouts. Can you please address the best way to quickly find out if someone at the gym is single?
Yeah. Well,
So,
that's actually a decent comment. I mean,
yeah, because
yeah.
a lot of men are there to hook up as well. Yes, I mean, also people do take rings off or jewelry off for working out, but yeah, a lot of men are there for hookups. But apparently, obviously, women are as well.
Well, yeah. Well, and you will see a lot of women who are for hookups because they don't want to be committed to a man, because commitment requires work, Eamma.
Yeah.
All they want is just cash and prizes, expensive dates. Maybe eventually they will want a wedding party, but not because they want to be in a long-term committed relationship with this man, not because they want to submit to this man, not because they want to have a family with this man, but because they want a celebration. They want a party, you know. Some people spend millions of dollars on wedding parties. It's an industry by itself, you know. A lot of businesses make a lot of money when they are selling wedding dresses, the rings, you know, all of that stuff related to the wedding. So, well, let's look.
Yeah. We'll be happy to help any woman at the gym if he can feel like the expert in that moment. So don't be afraid to request help when you're at the gym.
Yeah, right. But then even if he is married and he, let's say he's going to help this woman because she's acting. Remember, she's acting helpless and hopeless. It's basically using male biology against man.
It's one of the oldest tricks in the book, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm the helpless female.
Right. But then I'm an entitled bitch for the most part. But I will act helpless to get what I want from a man that I want. And I won't even care if he is married. No moral principles, guys. This is what we are coming back to. No moral principles are being taught today.
Yeah.
And what does he teach women? Oh, let's not care whether they are married or not. If you just instill the idea into them that they are superior, that they are experts, you know, that you are hopeless, you are helpless, they will want to help you.
O is for go to opulent gyms.
Opulent.
Find the money.
Or like expensive gyms, right?
Yeah, but the expensive gyms are going to have the more wealthy men, aren't they?
Oh yeah, nothing changes, right? Now, okay, let me draw a conclusion here. Instead of colleges, ladies, because there are only women in colleges in most specialties, unless you are in STEM, they suggest you to go to the gym. And it could be faster that you will find somebody there at the gym rather than in college, right? Because even if you attend STEM specialties, you still need to survive the STEM, you still need to study, right? It requires a lot more work, a lot more effort that you will have to put up front versus the gym where you will have to shake your butt. It's so natural. No, seriously, Eamma, which one is easier,
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Go shake your butt.
Shake your butt, pretend that you are such a weak woman out there that all men will want to help you. Wow, that's a scam, okay?
Yeah.
Go to the nicest gym in town. We don't need to. Nothing against Planet Fitness. Oh, I guess I do have something against Planet Fitness. I would not be going there if I were a single woman looking for love. I would be going to the Equinox. I'd be going to the Lifetime gyms. I would just look at what are the nicest gyms. Yes, you're.
Okay, so if he's a man and he's looking for love, he will be spending his money on an expensive gym.
Well, that's pretty much what he's saying, yeah.
Like, I wish we had more people joining us because, guys, if you watch the replay, I know it's summer. It's very hard to make time for these ones, and we can run a little long sometimes. Tell us what you think in the comments. It would be cool to get some feedback from men, actually. Like, would you much rather go to an expensive gym if you want to find love? Or would you go to the gym? And then, okay, I think I'm getting an idea here. So, when men are pursuing love, they are going to invest, they are going to spend money on finding the chicks, finding the good chicks in their minds, right? But when men make the priority of their own well-being, of their own goals, when they have the mental point of origin, like Rollo Tomasi says in his book, The Rational Male, that I highly recommend you to read, guys, then they are not going to be so caught up with like finding love and investing into some chicks, they will be fine with the gym, like maybe not a super fancy gym, but like a decent, clean gym, where they can exercise, where they can focus on their own goals, right? So here he is signaling to men like, look, man, if they're high-value men, basically, if they're good men, they are supposed to want love. They're supposed to invest into the good things.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, if a man has the money, if a man has resources, yeah, makes sense, but if a man is focused on building himself up, because like wealthy men, they don't just fall from the sky, they have to become, right? Yeah. And then he's teaching women like this idealistic expectation that all men are supposed to be wealthy, they're supposed to invest, they're supposed to be providers, right? Like, nobody wants to take a man with the potential and stay with that man anymore.
No.
Like, women want the ready version, like the men who want love, they will invest their money into. I'm like, yes, some men will, of course. We will always
want the ready-made package and they want it now.
Right. But this is what women want. And then, chances of you ladies finding a wealthy man at the gym who is married, there is a bigger chance of that, actually. Because usually men don't have money in their 20s. Men start maybe making some money when they are in their 30s. But it takes a long time for men to build wealth.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen overnight. And then what he says... Like what he says at the beginning, like it's not like we want the attraction of the married man. I'm like, yes, exactly. This is what you want, and this is what you tell these bitches to pursue, because married men who have been married for a while, or like older men, usually older men, they have resources.
Yeah.
This is effectively what you tell these women to go. You tell them, like, look, go to these fancy clubs, go to these fancy gyms out there where men have money. They could be married, but it doesn't matter because you want love and you want attraction.
I know.
What do you think, Eamma?
No, I agree with you.
You agree?
Mm.
I mean, it kind of makes sense, right? With what he's saying.
And they're just going to make, if it's a married man they end up finding, they're just going to make themselves be the better option, even though it might not be true. It'll, again, be acting because they've got the end goal in sight.
Yeah. They're not authentic, and it's it's sad. Instead of sticking to your looking within your within your own compass, within your objective sexual market value, within your age bracket, let's say, like it instills this idea in women that you can pursue somebody from outside, and then this man will be attracted to you because you go to a wealthy gym. It creates more whores as a result. It creates more promiscuity. More families break apart because of this. And I'm not saying like the guys will necessarily cheat on their wives, which could also be the case with the gym girls, right? But the mentality of women that he's trying to construct here is going to ruin the long-term relationship. It has already ruined it. Women don't want to commit. Women don't want to find men within their own objective sexual market value, or maybe slightly above. But like they, if a man is maybe a 5, and a woman is a 3 or like a 4, that could work well. But women are so delusional because they think that they are all 10s. And then they want the guy who is a 10, and then they go to these wealthy gyms where the guys, like the fancy guys, are out there, right, hanging out.
Yeah.
And then the rest of the men, decent men out there, in less fancy gyms, they are left with nothing. No pussy for those men, but so much pussy for the top 10% of the world male population. Who can afford the fancy gym.
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is, I guess. Let's keep watching.
You're going to pay for it, but the types of people that go there is just going to be significantly elevated. I know that sounds so snobby, but it's really true. And I'm looking out for all you women who are looking for a successful single guy to spend the rest of your life.
Successful single guy. How do you know that he is single? I mean,
well, yeah.
we will find some macho dudes out there, but they are not necessarily interested in committed relationship either, and they are right to do so. They have options, I'm not saying that it's ethically moral or not. They can do it. They have resources that women want. They don't necessarily want to commit to one woman. They want to use this woman as plates, interchangeably.
Yeah, spinning those plates.
You see? Yeah, it's like, ladies, just, I'm not saying you not to do what he tells you to do, but just know that it's not that easy, okay? Think critically of what could happen.
Your life with. So invest the money, spend the money, go to the absolute top tier gyms. I promise is going to pay off.
Yeah, right. And if it doesn't pay off, what if it doesn't pay off? You end up being single.
Go to another rich gym.
Right. Yeah,
And
he will come up with a new gift for you, ladies. Well, you see, if you follow his advice and the men like him and maybe the entitled women who were telling you a similar thing, like you deserve the best, you just do you, girl, and all of that crap, bring it up to them. Like you tell them, like, look, I did follow all of your recommendations and I ended up being single. I'm single. I'm alone now. I'm surrounded by cats and boxed wine, and instead of moaning on social media and shaming men and how horrible men are, go back to the advice that you've been receiving your entire life and start calling these people out. This could be a more productive use of your time, ladies, and this could be a great lesson for younger women so that they wouldn't make the same mistakes as you did. It would be a way more thoughtful approach, you know?
Yeah.
It would actually solve maybe some problems for younger generations, you know? Because I'm sure that if you are single, if you are an old cat lady now and nobody wants you, and you can tell yourself all sorts of things that I'm single because I don't want to deal with anybody and I'm so great and so perfect. You're still making your necessity your virtue. Nobody wants you in reality, and this is why you are single. But then start challenging all of the advice that you've received so far throughout your life, through the movies, through media, through content creators who are selling you sweet lies.
W is stick to the same workout routine. And what I
Okay, I'm writing it down.
No variety then.
Uh-huh. Just see what he says.
mean by that is the same days of the week and the same times of day. Because typically for people who work out a lot, they typically have their own routine. So if you're going at the same time, same days, then you're going to typically see the same types of people there very regularly. So after 4 weeks, if you're doing everything I talked about, close proximity, you request help, before you know it, you're going to start making some friends and you're going to start connecting with these guys and maybe even flirting with these guys. The L is for look like you belong. Now look, I am all for wearing like...
Okay, hold on.
So yeah, with the workout thing, stick to the same workout routine, you're basically stalking them again.
Well, yes. But it's none of their concern, right? Because this is how like short-sighted they are. And like what fascinates me with these content creators that they don't want women to think, you know, they don't want women to maybe challenge what they say. They don't want women to challenge their own actions, right? You just stick to this agenda, stick to this plan for you so that we can have more whores, basically. Yeah. And I know, ladies, we are a little tough here. And this is what I wanted to bring up again to your attention. If you find our way of presentation a little rough at the beginning, it's going to be tough at the beginning. I remember Eamma, she didn't like it, but she stuck through it, okay? She stayed with us and she started doing some homework. She started analyzing the content because once you get introduced to it, you can't quit. Even though it's hard, even though you want to quit, you know? And this is how I did it too. I was like, damn, you know, but my training, I did study media and I did study psychology. I knew how our brain is susceptible for the information that it receives. I knew the impact. So it was an easy introduction for me in that regard, but it was still pretty hard to hear all of those things. And once you start introducing yourself into these topics, into these conversations, into what we are doing here, don't quit. Okay, please keep coming back. And if you need clarifications, if you have questions, if you have suggestions, we are open for your feedback. Call in. I did share the link. And you can always DM me on Instagram. Okay, just whenever you show up on our shows, be respectful to us, and we will treat you with respect too. Okay, so yeah, it's something that you need to keep working on, because there is so much bullshit. Even if we introduce you into a certain subject, if you come back and watch some bullshit and the confirmation bias of your beliefs, it will be like dragging you out, and then you drag yourself in. You know, like we will try to bring you up here into reality, into objective truth, and then you will people will drag you back into the delusions. You know, so keep working on it, ladies. Keep working on it. Eventually it will get better. You will feel more comfortable with what we are doing here. But at the beginning it's going to suck, right, Eamma?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like I remember how hard it was for you at the beginning, and I'm very grateful. I'm very happy that you kind of survived through this process, because you know it's challenging, and it does take some guts from women, and it does require some bravery even to challenge your own beliefs and people, what they tell you. I'm very proud of these women, you know, who realize that, okay, something is off here, something doesn't match, like what's going on, let me challenge this, let me approach it from a critical standpoint, you know, because I also have my neocortex for a reason, right? I can always ask questions, you know, and see what's going on. So yeah. Okay, let's go back to him. We are taking our time to walk through him.
Sweatpants and a baggy t-shirt when it's a Sunday on the couch with my wife. But if I were you, sexy single ladies, I'd be sticking to yoga pants and a cute top, exactly what it is that other people are wearing at the gym. Even if you don't go to the gym regularly, if you haven't previously, if you really are looking to connect with like-minded people, we don't want to be sticking out like a sore thumb. So that's everything in Prowl. Now let's get to men.
Okay, hold on. So basically, look like you belong. Yeah, Prowl. Basically, sexy clothes, right?
Yeah.
This is what he says.
Tight yoga pants, show your butt off.
Show your butt off. Yeah, well, okay. Surprised there, Eamma?
No, not at all.
I know, right? We've seen so many butts sticking out from those mini shorts that, yeah, we are not surprised to hear that. Okay, men, let's look at men. Interesting. He gives advice to men too. Okay, let's look at it.
Yep.
M in men is for make friends with women. Now this
Okay. Make friends. Okay.
is the ultimate hack that so few people think about when they're getting out there and they're single and looking for love. They always think, how do I meet the types of people that I'm attracted to? For you women, it's likely that you're attracted to men, you're trying to find love, because that's what we teach around here. But what do we do when we go to the gym? We're like, what guys are here? Who can I talk to? And that's all well and good. Obviously, I've talked about that. But what's even better, honestly, is making female friends at the gym. Female friends who might be married, who might know other single guys, who might invite you to that barbecue this upcoming weekend, who might know great places to go out. Like, honestly, at the end of the day, if you're single and looking for love, a great wing woman or a great woman who wants to introduce you to her social circle is far more valuable than just meeting a random guy at the gym. So make friends with women, talk to lots of women, take that yoga class, get involved with the gym. You're going to make a lot of friends. You're going to grow your social circle. And then suddenly it starts to build on itself. And then you're going to have a lot more options than you might if you're just targeting one guy at the gym.
And see, I'm having a problem here with that kind of variety.
Why? Sorry, why?
Why I'm having problem with a lot of variety? Yeah. Well, because look, if a girl finds a decent man, I think that she should stick to that one man, and she shouldn't expose herself to like other possible options out there, because this is effectively what is happening with social media if you analyze it.
So do you not believe that men and women can be friends?
Well, Eamma, it's a tough question. I don't know what to tell you. Not really. I mean, they can be if they are like in a group, and then if a woman is with your husband or like with your boyfriend, and then your husband talks to this man, you know, like then okay, it's a safe environment to be friends. But when a woman is kind of like by herself without the supervision, it can be tricky. I mean, even if you trust that person, you don't know what the other person's intentions are. And
No.
I don't know, like, what do you think? What do you think? It's a good question.
I do believe men and women can be friends without
Okay.
the sexual underlying thing. But yeah, I know a lot of people don't.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I have mixed feeling about it, because yeah, if you set the boundaries, and like we talked with Steve Sandman on Saturday, Steve and Nick from Christianity Unplugged, we had Luke C last, and then he said that what you see is perception too, you know, because when you look at a woman, and then, for example, he's an old man, right, and he looks at me and he sees me as a daughter, he doesn't see me as a sexual object, and therefore we can be friends, right? But there should be boundaries placed upon, you know, like he knows that I'm married also, it helps, you know. Let's say if I was a single woman and like an older dude looked at me, and then if he had some moral principles, if he had ethics, right, he wouldn't approach me from the sexual side, right? He would approach me as a father, for example, right?
I think when you've got marriage in that equation, you know, the male-female friendship, then yeah, it is a different kettle of fish. I haven't been married, so I've only known single guys, and obviously I'm single, but I have had many single male friends without a sexual, you know, thing there. But I mean, I've got a friend. I actually popped round to see her husband the other day. We both play Pokemon, and you can judge me. That's fine. But I needed to ask him about Pokemon, so I actually knocked, and I was like,
he does play. Yeah, my husband does play video games occasionally. Yeah.
But I actually said to her, I said, I feel really bad that I've come round to see your husband. I was like, you know, and I don't want to make you feel uncomfortable or anything like that. And she was fine. She was like, I don't feel that at all. But I was like, okay, but that's, you know, something in me that I'm, you know,
you have morals, you know, and I respect people who have high moral principles. I do respect these people, and I think that I have pretty high moral principles too. So yeah, when two people, when they have equal moral principles, let's say, then yeah, they could be friends, you know. But we never know, like it takes some time to get to know the person, even if the person is older. And then like at the gym in particular, you know, there are some macho men out there, you know, like very attractive guys, and then also very beautiful women out there, right? It's our society doesn't teach morals anymore, you know. It's very hard to find the individuals who would maintain their distance, you know, who would treat each other with respect, and who wouldn't want to fuck each other, you know, even if they were attracted.
Within marriage, no, a woman shouldn't be friends with guys, unless, you know, her husband is around as well or whatever. You know,
Well, this is why guys, I was asked by a few guys at the gym, would I teach one-on-one sessions with them at the gym? And I said, no, I can't, you know, it's against my moral principles. It's not because like I don't want to help you. I would love to, you know, join me for my own fitness practice and ask me questions online, you know, when there is this kind of distance. But or show up for in-person classes that I teach. I might correct you, you know.
And it's also not giving your husband any cause for concern if, you know, if you're not teaching guys on your own and everything. So yeah.
Yeah, this is why I'm very, very careful with, I'm only teaching group classes because I know there are women there. There are a few guys, there are a few men who are joining us. I have no problem teaching to men, talking to men, and I'm recording the classes, you know, so it's like another benefit. And then I put the community classes occasionally on. Sometimes my phone dies. This is why you don't get a class on Wednesday usually, but yeah, I try to record those classes and put them up there. So like very respectful, you know, and yeah. I would say that being a fitness instructor definitely puts you as a red flag, like if guys are looking to date fitness instructors, because a lot of fitness instructors, they teach a lot of people. And what I've noticed also, they are wearing very provocative clothing, even if they are married, even if they are dating. And I told you guys what I think about it. It's not that they're going to change their mind or you know, change their views. I just see it as a form of cheating on their husbands, on their boyfriends, and also disrespect. Because look, I don't care how hot you are, how warm you are. I mean, in terms of the weather, like cover yourself, you know. Don't wear provocative clothes at the gym or on social media if you are dating or if you are married to a man, because it's very, very disrespectful towards him. And it doesn't matter whether he has the frame, you know, like whether he, well, of course it matters, you know, but it's your relationship with this man. You chose this man, therefore submit to him, commit to him, and be respectful of him. Because it's your choice. You chose this man.
Yep.
You know, and this is something that I don't see in women today. So it's not that I hate women, but like there are certain things I don't approve of. Okay, I'm willing to take you ladies if you want to call in and if you want to tell me how wrong I am. Just be respectful. Let's have a conversation. Okay, let's keep watching this guy.
The E is for events and classes. If you are going to an opulent, a nice gym, they're going to have lots of different classes you can take. And sometimes, if it's the right type of gym, they might even have social events. You know, like I was saying earlier, my CrossFit gym would have a lot of different social events. It's usually like once a month or once every couple of weeks where people would meet up and go out together. And it's like a little bit of a community. But even at Lifetime, there's a number of different events that you can go to that are not even fitness related. There's a meditation event that you can go to and learn a lot about meditation. If you're into that type of stuff, what an amazing place to be able to meet guys. So get involved. Go to those events. If you're at a really nice gym, suddenly you're going to start making friends. It's going to start building on itself. And then you're meeting like-minded people, which is amazing. And finally, we get to N, which is never, ladies, wear headphones. If you're going out and you're going to the gym and you want to meet people, whether it's guys, women, whoever, headphones is the easiest way to have no one ever talk to you at the gym. Now, I get it. I wear headphones when I go to the gym, but I'm not looking to meet people at the gym. I'm like getting into my own space. In fact, I don't want to talk to anyone when I'm at the gym. But
see, and he is actually
a lot of
pointing
people are
out
like
here.
that.
Yeah. A lot of men I notice at the gym, they are wearing headphones, and it should tell you ladies something, that they don't want to talk to women when they are exercising, because they need to stay focused on their wellness routine. And there is nothing wrong with that, you see? So, yeah. If she wants to talk, she's not going to wear the headphones. I always, even when I was jogging, you know, I used to jog when I was in my 20s. I would run a lot on the, what is it called? The machine?
Treadmill.
Treadmill, yes, thank you, dear. On the treadmill, and this is where I also injured my knee. I would wear headphones because when I was at the gym, I wanted to do ABCDE, like a certain routine, certain exercises, and I didn't want to talk to guys. Like guys would want to talk to me. I would be like, sorry, I'm exercising. I'm busy, you know, I need to get done with this routine, then I need to move on, you know. And dating was not on display for me at that moment, you know. I didn't want to, especially the guys at the gym, because I kind of knew that all they wanted to do is to fuck, you know. Like, because when you are only evaluating people based on their looks, you can miss out on, you know, a lot of other things.
Yeah.
So yeah, I always love intellectual people, and it takes time to get to know them. It's not just the looks, and don't get me wrong, ladies, looks matter. Yes, keep working out, keep exercising, but yeah, like just be careful that the men who attend the gyms, they don't always want to talk to women, and they want to follow their own regime, and it's okay. In fact, it would be even better if you like if the guy was, for example, interested in you, and then he said, would you like to go out on a coffee date, you know, on a different day whenever there are no classes, like on a separate day, right? That could be something that you maybe could consider. But during the gym, it's like, no, the focus should be on exercising, watching your posture, watching your alignment, because if you exercise mindfully, it's going to take a lot of focus and concentration.
Yeah.
So that you don't hurt yourself, right? So, like, I don't like the idea how this guy blends and social aspect is important. We are all social creatures. I have nothing against talking to people at the gym, but with the purpose, okay, of getting stronger, getting healthier. And he's trying to kind of blend it in with the idea of a nightclub where you go there, hang out, have fun, and meet people. Do you see it, Eamma?
Yes.
Yes. You're quiet.
Sorry, I thought you were going to finish the video. Sorry, that's why
let's watch it. Yeah, we will finish it, guys. It's the last video that we are doing for today. Yeah, we are tweeting.
I will tell you when you finish this. I will tell you about a video I watched about just how conniving women can be. All right.
Oh, nice. Okay. Yes. Perfect.
Yeah.
Eamma, I'm going to put you here so that I can look at it and we still remember to get back to it.
But there are people there who are looking to meet one another. And if you have these headphones, that's like literally signaling like to the guy, don't talk to me. There's no way I'm going to have a conversation with you. So take them off. Just use the sounds that's at the gym, whatever music they're playing. And it's an amazing way to just keep those opportunities flowing where you can connect with a guy, whether it's at the water fountain, whether it's at the workout machine, whether it's just walking out of the gym. There's all these amazing opportunities to meet people. So take those things off, step into the real world, use these strategies, get out there. And I want you to comment below, what is your favorite strategy for meeting guys at the gym? Leave that comment. I can't wait to see it. Thanks so much for watching. I'll speak to you soon. Bye-bye.
Okay, that's it. Done. Done with him. Wow. He always takes a long time because his message is longer and you know. Well, tell me, what was that video?
So this girl, I mean, she actually looked very sweet. She was very blonde and she was all very cutesy. But she told you the story of how she met her boyfriend. She spotted this guy. I can't remember where she said she spotted him, but didn't have the guts to go and speak to him. So she, I don't know, they must have connected somehow, but because she looked him up on Facebook and went through his whole page, saw that he was single, also saw that he was quite close to his mother. So looked up his mother on Facebook, saw that his mother belongs to a book group. So she joined the book group to purposely get to know his mother, and then like casually dropped it into conversation that she was single, and the mother was like, oh, my son's single as well, and like gave the mother her phone number, and then next thing she knows that this guy is messaging her, and and she's like, it's all going really well, and you think, wait till they find out how you actually met him, or got to this point. It was quite a lengthy thing of like all these like very stalkerish.
I know, and this tells you that
why not just go up to the guy and say, hey, do you fancy going for a coffee?
Well, I know, but this is direct. It's not feminine like Eamma.
But stalkering.
Well, stalking. I think stalking is the word. Yeah, stalking a guy is not. It's not better, ladies. It's not better. Yeah, than direct approach. I I started talking to my husband first, you know, when I saw him, like direct message, because we met online. And yeah, we started talking, and, you know, I started the conversation. I'm like, if like before, like if I like the guy, I would have no trouble starting a conversation, you know.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like the conniving, bitchy stuff, manipulations, all of that crap. I'm just not a fan of it, you know. And yeah, I really don't like women when they do it, because there are better ways, there are more like authentic ways of doing it, and, you know, that are more respectful ways.
I saw one day that this woman actually crashed into the guy, like purposely to like
yeah. Well, if you saw the movie, what was it called?
But why do that? I mean, that's quite some lengths to go to, isn't it? It's quite disturbing.
It is. And do you remember the movie? It's an older movie. It's called The Heartbreakers. Heartbreakers.
No, I've not seen it.
No, you haven't seen that, with Jennifer Love Hewitt and who was the other girl? I forgot. Very funny movie. You know, it's a very funny movie. It's a comedy, and they were pursuing wealthier men. So her mother has been married multiple times, and then she would divorce a guy, and then he would pay her the alimony. She would rip him in court for his assets, and then she was teaching her daughter basically to do the same thing. And like Eamma, watch that movie. It's a funny one. Okay, out of like all of the rom comedies, I kind of like that movie, but it depicted it really well. Okay, it's not because I agree with what they were doing, but it just shows you how conniving women can be, and yeah, it's a funny one. So yeah,
that was a good show today.
A good show today. You liked it? Cool. Yeah, I enjoyed it too. Yeah, we are going to, you saw a lot of videos that we didn't get to, because we do spend some time on them. Sometimes, you know, the longer format videos, they take longer for us to go through. And then when something arises, like we get a question from you ladies or from guys, and then we purposefully can structure the videos to answer to your question, or maybe dive in deeper and find the answer together. So yeah, join us. We have a lot of fun, and summer is going to be a little tough because people are on vacations. They might miss the live stream, but they might catch up later. So if you are watching the replay, remember to drop a comment in the comment section and reach out if you have questions. If you want to be on the show with us, I'm very open for collaborations. I've yet met women who actually wanted to be on the show with us. I know that Abby, we've met her before. She's a ballerina, and it was great to talk to her. So she might be joining us sometime soon. But then if you are a content creator, and if you want to share your views and opinions, maybe you will disagree with us on some things, it's fine. You know, we can have a conversation, we can have some fun. And yeah, just tell us what you think about the topics and call in. Call in. It would be fun to have more people than just you and me here, right? Because we mostly agree. Yeah, we've been talking to each other.
Don't always.
Oh, not always. Yeah. I know, but it's fun. I actually love the disagreements, and we've known each other. We've gotten used to each other for.
We've known each other about 4 years now, haven't we?
Like 4 years, yeah. And then I started introducing Eamma into the red pill. She didn't like it at the beginning, but like we seem to be on board a lot, you know. But it takes time to build that kind of relationship and connection. So yeah, Eamma, I love you and appreciate you. Thank you.
I love you too.
Yeah, it's not just like some women think that I'm so aggressive, you know, because of the format of how we do it, but it's like, come on, ladies. Yeah, well, whatever. They're going to think what they're going to think, you know. It's like you can't change them all. The best you can hope for is to help out the women who want to be challenged and who see the inconsistencies in our society. Yeah. And ladies, we are not monsters here. We still love women and we do care for women, even if we disagree. That's part of the stick. That's part of finding the truth, actually, when people disagree, and then it's okay to challenge each other. You can challenge me. I love the challenge. I've yet met a woman who would actually challenge. Aside from Eamma, she does challenge me sometimes. I love your observations. Like sometimes you bring some ideas and thoughts that don't quite agree with me, and this challenges my views. And then together we analyze it. We either do more homework, and then we talk to guys, and then we're like, okay, maybe this is like a better way to look at this situation. Yeah, we are finding solutions together. And I definitely want a better world for our children. I don't want that delusion, entitlement, and toxicity. I don't want narcissistic women. I don't like narcissistic, entitled women. I will talk to them. If you disagree, if you are a feminist, like, call in and let's have a conversation. Yeah, but I'm trying to help younger women so that they can make better choices in their lives and they don't end up being single. That's kind of the point of the show. Anyway, Eamma, it was fun. We'll do more next week. We need to get to our other stuff, and I'm sure that by the next week we'll have
more
more bullshit. It's like sometimes you don't even get to a lot of it. We might need to add the second show, like that, where we just debunk more of the stuff in September, maybe, when people are back from vacations and holidays, because there is so much work. There is a ton of work. And ladies, if you want to help us debunk this bullshit, call in and reach out. I can share some shit with you if you want to run it on your show too. that would be interesting, actually, because there is a lot of crazy out there, and we could use each other. We could help each other, just like start debunking shit. There is never ending supply of it. Yeah. Well, anyway, I'll see you soon. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Enjoy your week. And let me just bring back our schedule. I'll quickly mention here. Join us for Debunking Lies with Eamma on Tuesdays at 11:15 a.m. Pacific, at 1:15 p.m. Central, at 2:15 p.m. Eastern. Call in if you want to share your thoughts and observations and help us debunk the lies. We are going to have fun. And then on Saturdays, we have deep dive conversations with Steve Sandman, Nick from Christianity Unplugged, Eamma, and my husband sometimes if he wakes up. And then on Mondays and Wednesdays, guys, on the Resurgence of Sanity, our new YouTube channel, please go support the channel, subscribe. They have 2 different shows at 5:45 p.m. Pacific, at 7:45 p.m. Central, and at 8:45 p.m. Eastern. So this is our schedule of activities. And of course, as always, join me for my own fitness practice from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, not Thursday. I'm taking a break on Thursday and Friday. So it's 4 times a week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday, if you want to show up for my own fitness practice. Cool. Okay. I'm going to take us out.
Okay.
Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. It helps a lot too. And here we go. Bye, everyone. Thank you for watching.
Thank you for joining us today and having great time with us. We hope to seeing you soon again. Join us for more activities we have here. Let's have some fun and stay